Hey guys, welcome to another Palmer Robotics live stream. Tonight we will be I got a new filter. We're going to be unboxing and setting up a Tidal Aquarium filter. And people have been bugging me to review this filter for a very long time. And I don't use hang on the back filters, so I essentially just had to buy this filter, and we're going to dissect it and review it eventually, but tonight is just going to be the unboxing and setup. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. This is kind of like the new futuristic of filters. I don't know if I'm sold yet, but it's we're gonna see how it works. I never give in to hype, but maybe this filter is a lot cooler than all the other filters. We'll see. So let me bring up the chat because I know you guys like it when I do shout outs and just letting people know who's here and who's not. All right, make sure I mute the volume so I don't. All right. Yep, and I didn't mute it in time. All right, Michigan Aquatics is here. It says, I'm not missing this one. Laugh out loud. How's it going, Michigan Aquatics? By the way, man, I still have yet to send out the stickers. I'm absolutely terrible at remembering to do things. I've just been so busy. I'm gonna have my wife do it. I need to make a note to myself to get those sent out. I might send you some other things because you're a long-time listener, and yeah. Lisa's Aquatics is also here. Yes, guys, let me know what you think of this Tidal 55. Have you guys used this filter yet? Is it worth the price? This is kind of like the reviews are essentially blowing up and people are completely obsessed with this filter essentially. I know PecTech has done a couple reviews on this and he absolutely loves them, but I know PecTech does a lot of the planted tank setups and he probably doesn't need as much crazy filtration as a lot of us cichlid keepers that have monstrous fish in undersized tanks. I don't know. We're going to see. You guys know I'm a marine land fan as far as hang on the backs. All right, I'm going to quit blabbing. Let's open the goddamn box and get on with it. And by the way, I don't know what I'm getting into, so you're going to have to excuse my stupidity. I've never set one of these up. I've seen them at other people's setups, and I've seen them once set up, but yeah, let's just do it. So, all right, hitting up the chat here. Lisa's Fishbowl says, hey. Lisa's Aquatics says, I was unsure of it, ended up going with a good old Aqua Clear. All right, so opening it up, and there's the top of the Seachem filter. And the Tidal, like I said, a lot of people love this filter. And it's supposed to have all these super advanced things. All right, so here is the face of it. It comes with like a little box in here. That is essentially everything, so I'm ditching the box. And because I'm a man, I'm not gonna read the directions. All right, so this comes out, and maybe some of you guys in the chat can help me out. So Aquaball says, hello everyone, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, I was just messaging with Aquaballs. He was sending me some cool pictures of a tank he's setting up. All right, so the lid comes right off, and I'm guessing this is to let you know when the filtration needs to be changed. Like the Aqueon has a light that I guess fails all the time. Maybe this lets you know it rises and lets you know. Like I said, guys, I haven't dissected this completely yet. I just know this is supposed to be like the cat's meow when it comes to hang on the back filters, especially in the planted tank world. So, all right, so it looks like it comes with a little a media holster, I'm gonna call it, and we have a bag of ceramic. I like the idea that it comes with ceramic media. Ooh, that is dusty. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that in the bag. That is essentially ceramic media. You guys know what those are. They're little rings. Actually, they're not even rings. They look better than the rings. I'm impressed with that, I gotta say. All right, so this comes with a holster for the media, and it comes with a little device. I really like this because a lot of times when the filter clogs itself, or like the filter builds up and needs to be changed, this starts floating on the AquaClear. A lot of you guys know that. But this has a lock in place, so that makes it sort of impossible for that to happen. I really like that. All right, so let's take this baby out. Ugh. All right, I like how it also clicks in. It has spots where it clicks in. So, all right, let's hit up the chat here a little bit. Yeah, here's the holster. It comes right out. Jonah says, I'm looking for a pair of Midas, lay eggs soon. Lisa's Fishbowl says, as long as you kept them very fed. All right, you guys are probably talking within each other. Charlie says the Fluval 4-6 is better. Guys, I don't know. That's, so the water comes through in here in the intake. And what's really popular about this filter is that it has the motor that's farther down. So essentially, when there's a power outage, you don't need it, it's self-priming essentially. So that's really cool. Okay, I'm trying to take this off. Maybe that doesn't come off. This must be the dial to correct, or not correct, but to change the flow, maybe? Like I said, this is an unboxing video and not a review video. So, unboxing and setup. All right, so it also has a little box here. So who knows what this is? All right. Oh, this looks like a, this is some fancy stuff here. I gotta admit, this isn't like just pull out of the box. I may have to get the directions out, so I may look like a complete idiot during this. But like I said, this is just an unboxing, and I would like to show you guys how to completely set it up, but maybe I'll have to get out the directions. And it comes, I can tell already, this part is just for the intake. This is some sort of like extender that goes on the intake. I'm not sure if, and it comes with a bunch of fancy, there's also a heater holder, which is supposed to be super cool. It essentially holds the heater near the water flow of the filter, and no filter has done this yet. There are some canister filters that just started doing it. The biomedia is Seachem Matrix, aka pumice. Yes. All right. You know, guys, I'm not good at all this fancy fish keeping. You know, like this is definitely fancy. I mean, it's super cool, but when it boils down to like how you filter water, I essentially know just like the core basics of what it takes. And this is, you know, this is pretty intense. So the basket, you can see there's a pretty thick sponge in there. I like that. I would say if I had any complaint that I would like that sponge bigger, or maybe it would come with another insert that I could use and not use the matrix. But maybe there are more I'm guessing you can buy the same insert and do like 3 of them, and you could do different what's the word I'm trying to, different metrics of, you know, the different flow rates of foam, essentially different types of media. And I like that idea. I probably won't use the ceramic, but maybe I would. All right, guys. Someone's got to help me figure out. This looks like it goes on here. This goes on here. Yes, that's the intake. And essentially, all you do is put it on your tank, and voila. I know, right? I'm kind of feeling like a complete idiot right now because I don't know the complete setup. I just figured it'd be cool to talk about this filter right now before I completely dissect it and sit down and let it run on a tank for quite some time and play with all the different settings. All right, let me hit up the chat here. Maybe you guys are helping me here. All right. Aquaball says, look like you got it. Yeah, I think it's pretty much it, except I have a couple more, the heater holder, I'm unsure where that goes. And I refuse to look at the directions because I'm a complete idiot like that. It's gotta go somewhere. Come on, Chris, why can't you figure it out? I don't know. I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna have to get out the directions. How good is the Fluval FX6? The Fluval FX6 is the most hyped up canister filter on the planet. It's a beast, it's quiet, it's huge, it's powerful. It's also the most expensive. It's like the Mercedes of canister filters. Skip the heater holder, it's useless. Is it really? All right, let me hit up this goddamn directions. God, I'm just disappointed in myself. All right, it looks like it goes, where the heck does the heater holder go? Yeah, I mean, this isn't super fancy. It just looks like it goes essentially on the side. It's gonna bother me now. What the? Oh wait, this thing comes off. This thing unscrews, I think. Yes. It comes off and then the heater holder goes in there. Multiple people have commented though that it's useless. Why is the heater holder useless? I don't get that. And why in the sand hell? All right, this thing is gonna get thrown at the ground quick. I need a breather. That's it's a little too technical for me right now. And my ADD's kicking in really bad. I don't like. Why does a filter? Does NASA make this filter? I don't know what's going on here. I'm just kidding. All right, let's hit up the chat. Top Secret Aquatic says, "What's up, Palmer? Not much. I just unboxed a Seachem Tidal filter. It's the 55 series. A bunch of people have been bugging me to get this filter, and I gotta say, it is definitely futuristic, and a lot of the stuff's pretty cool. It has a lot of different features. You can adjust the flow. There's a lot of features. You can hold the heater on the side. I'm not super impressed by the amount of media space, but this isn't the biggest one either. This is the 55 series. I want to look at the price because I think I paid $65 or $67. Tidal 55. I just want to know because like a lot of these comparisons, I like to compare the gallons per hour versus other filters that you can buy. Ouch! I think I got hosed in the price a little bit. The 55 I can get on Amazon for like 45 bucks. That's okay. I was supporting a local fish store. I stopped at a local fish store today, and I actually did a fish store tour essentially on one of my local fish stores. So look out for that video to be released. All right, let's look up the specifics here. Specifications. Comes with a 3-year warranty with Seachem. What's the gallon per hour on this? Does anybody know what the 55 is? It's weird because looks like the 110, you can find them for a wide range of pricing. 55 gallons. Palmer, that's exactly why I went with the AquaClear, the biomedia space, not large enough for my needs. Yes, and I know that is, I could tell immediately that was, the basket size just isn't as big as some of the other filters, but although I would like to know the basket size in comparison to like the AquaClear 110 versus like the biggest Seachem one you can get and how many gallons per hour it is. All right, I can't even find how many gallons. Oh, it's 250 gallons per hour for the 55 series. So what is the 110 series of the Tidal is going to be, it's kind of odd that they don't give the gallons per hour, or it's 450 gallons per hour. And I think the AquaClear 110 is 500. So that's pretty close. And although these are, they're pretty close in price. So I don't know, it's very close comparison. It's very, very close, guys. I don't know what to say about that. Angelo's Fish Tank says, "Hey Chris, how's it going, Angelo? Can you do a vid on the electric blue Texas?" I have one actually if you search on YouTube for it. Happy Toast says the AquaClear is the winner. You guys are buying into all this hype about the AquaClear being the best filter, and I've preached to you guys, the marine lands are the best. For price versus gallons per hour versus the media space. All right, let's not get too off topic though. All right, let's hit some of these chats up. Michigan Aquatics says, I got a 100-gallon aqua clear on my 55. That's not overkill, laugh out loud. Do you know what the biggest one is, Palmer, and how much it would be in the UK? I gotta say, I don't know what UK pricing is. I apologize. I can tell you what it is here. Happy Toast says, how long have you been streaming? I haven't been streaming that long. It's just recently, I only have like, I think 10 or 15 live streams. And it was really hard at first, but now I'm completely addicted. It's hard because it's like off the cuff, you know what I mean? Like this unboxing. This didn't go all that hot, but it is what it is. And I still can't even figure this out. Like, and I feel like an idiot because I'm in front of camera, but I don't care. This is like a locking deal. I just don't want to be a horrible live stream with me looking at the directions essentially, and I got to get the directions. Unless one of you guys in the chat helps me out a little bit here. Unboxing and setup. This has got to be for like when the filter media needs to be cleaned essentially. I kind of like that. Yeah. It's kind of weird how they have a flow adjustment, because usually you just want as much flow as you want on a tank. When you buy a filter, you want as much as possible, and especially for like anything on a 55-gallon tank and up, like I'm hoping that the power usage also goes down when I turn the flow down, because some pumps don't do that. Matt's Monster Fish says, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Fine, sir. All right, let's hit the chat here. Angelo's Fish Tank says, love mine. I'm happy. Lisa's Fishbowl says, I love the live streams. Teresa says, more red tear. Yes, red tears are beautiful fish. The females are more beautiful because they stay more beautiful long term, and that's kind of weird for cichlids, but it's really cool. So Michigan Aquatics says, I just made 4 different hideouts for my convicts, and they're making their own instead. I spent like 40 minutes making it perfect, and they don't even use it. Yes, cichlids will just do what they do. I want to find a cool, or not a cool, but a company that sells those chimney chutes at a pretty decent price, because in the store I want to have a bunch of those like pleco caves, except the giant ones, and I want to find a good price and buy like 20 of them, because they're kind of expensive, but the cichlids really like the big ones. I know that you can use terracotta pots, but I'm getting kind of sick of, you know what I mean? Happy Toast says, our Sun canister is good. I know it is off topic, but I wanted to know. Suns, they're okay, but I wouldn't buy one personally. I would go with Aqua Top over it. And there's rumors that Sun owns Aqua Top, and all those companies are kind of like intertwined, and they're all kind of like mildly cheap. But the Aqua Top, I promise you, I've got my hands on them, and they're a much higher quality. Sun is just like bare bones bottom, and you don't want to go the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? That's my personal preference. And I do have some Suns. I'm going to be doing reviews on them. Okay, Tech Turtle says, any knowledge on green spotted puffers? Spotted puffers, I do know that I was just talking to a fish store employee tonight on the spotted puffer, and they actually were keeping the spotted puffers in brackish water. And I talked to him and I said, can't people keep spotted puffers in fresh water? And he said, yes, but long term, it's not the best route, because the fish eventually wants to originate, or it wants to be in brackish water, but it can do okay in regular fresh water. So, and they only get like this long, which is super cool. They don't get monstrous like a lot of the other ones. There was a lot of live streams tonight, was there? David F. Charlie Barton says, barbs. I actually bought, when I was at the fish store, I bought a bunch of tiger barbs, and they're doing very well. I'm on a tiger barb kick. I don't know what it is right now, but I'm obsessed with tiger barbs. And I wish I could have a 6-foot tank right now with like 100 tiger barbs just crowding together essentially. All right. Puffers can be very aggressive though, says Lisa's Fishbowl. That can be very true. I've heard that. Garrett says, what's up, man? I finally made it to a live stream. I love my Sun. I'm running I'm running the 304B on my 65, been working for 5 years. Yes, a lot of people love that 304. It's probably their best seller. And what sucks about Sun, the biggest downfall to Suns are that they usually have seal problems, seals on the canister, or else something goes wrong with their hoses because they ship super cheap hoses to you. And one thing I would immediately do if I bought Sun is to get some high quality silicone hoses. So Michigan Aquatics says, Chris, before you forget, write down on your arm, I need those stickers. Laugh out loud, I'm running out of vid ideas, so I want to do an unboxing of them. All right, I'm gonna write it on my hand, literally. Send stickers. And if you guys are wondering, Michigan Aquatics is like one of my biggest fans, and I'm gonna send him some free stickers. If you show to me that you're one of my biggest fans, I'll send you some stickers too, but yeah. All right, hitting up the chat. Jonah says, I run a 704B and my 75-gallon Dovi tank works like a champ. Yeah, those God, the chat just jumped on me. Yeah, 704 is a beast filter. I've got a video on my Oscars. Maybe you could check it out, Chris, and give me some pointers for the future. Yeah, Jago, just add me on Facebook. It's Chris Weber, parentheses, Fish Geek. And I love answering questions about Oscar fish, so add me on Facebook. That's where I talk to most people. Tech Turtle says, I have the Sun HW3000 on my 36-gallon tank. Jeez. Turtles are crazy bioloads, though. I do know that. I've kept turtles in the past, and it's just like, people think fish are bad on bioloads. You can 100x the bioload of a fish, and it's a turtle. Charlie Barton says, I love tiger barbs too. I would so love to get a Pictus catfish. I wouldn't want to clip puffer teeth, laugh out loud. Yeah, you can feed them certain foods that they kind of clip their own teeth essentially, right though? All right, Lisa's Fishbowl says, send me a sticker. I'll send you one back. Lisa, you have some stickers too? That's cool. All right. I gotta quit saying all right, that's annoying. 401 Cichlid Guy says, I run a 603B canister for my planted betta tank. Works great so far. I love it. I definitely agree that the hoses are super stiff, but other than that, it's been working awesome. I laid mine flat for an hour or so, and it made it a lot easier. Koi Dragon Aquatic says, hey, Palmer, have you ever done a Wallstead setup? Thoughts on that? You know, I have not. I've really been thinking about it. I've got the opinions on a lot of people setting them up, and I've talked to a lot of people about it, and it's a cool idea. And the Wallstead setup, if you're wondering, is a completely setting up a tank from nature and using the dirt from a yard or buying some planted soil essentially and just going for a planted tank setup. David F says, you got some fish going at it, man. Yeah, my Dempseys have been lip locking a lot lately, and I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. The tank is a mess right now because I just did a heavy feeding. I've been feeding quite heavily lately, and I don't know why. I think I've been going through different spurts of heavy feeding and then not. But right now they've been eating really well. So I loved algae on your tank. What kind of light do you use? I'm from the Philippines. I have I guess it depends what light. The one right here behind me, that's a DIY light. I have a bunch of videos on making your own DIY lights because I don't do a lot of live plants, so it's easy to make your own lights. Literally, you just buy a bunch of DIY LED ballasts or essentially diodes on Amazon, and you run it to a power adapter. Run the hoses through hot water, then pull them straight under cold water. Problem solved. Do any have any exotic snails or rabbit snails? I don't have any exotic snails. I just have some basic, I have lots of different kinds of snails, but I'm not sure what they're called, each of them. But for the most part, I just have your generic pond snails. Have you ever heard of the electric pink Jack Dempsey? I have heard of that, but it was just called a pink Jack Dempsey, essentially. So, all right, guys, I think Palmer Aquatics, did you ever look at the smart Wi-Fi yellow light I told you about when you were doing those DIY lights? No, I don't think I checked those out. You should send them to me on Facebook. I'm late. Heard snails, says the novice aquarist. Palmer, what's up, bro? How's it going? Michigan Aquatics. All right, guys, hopefully that wraps it up on, this is kind of a weak sauce video, I will admit. I was trying to do a unbox, well, I did the unboxing, obviously, of the Tidal filter, but I'm not complete sure of all the small accessories. I'm gonna have to, I knew this wasn't gonna be a review video, just essentially an unboxing, but it's still, this is definitely a fancy filter, and I'm gonna have my hands full of playing around with all the accessories, and maybe how I can hijack some of the filter media. I think Seachem just sells inserts that you put inside of here, so it doesn't really make much sense for me to cut up my own foam and stuff it in there because it doesn't even fit properly. So it's, I think maybe they did that on purpose. I don't know. The foam is, this looks like a 20 ppi sponge, which is kind of like, it's more porous than the sponge that I tell everyone to buy. This is more for like this crazy huge particulate, more or less for like koi ponds and such. And it looks like the pump literally pumps it from the bottom up, which is kind of cool. So yeah, leave a comment what you think of the Seachem Tidal series aquarium filter below. I'm gonna throw this on a tank right away and just, I imagine it's a really smooth running filter. It's pretty decent gallons per hour. I can adjust the flow. I can essentially adjust everything. It has the heater holder. Multiple people said it was pointless, but it's it looks tiny. That's true. Here's in comparison to a Mountain Dew can. But this is only the 55 gallons. So this would be like the equivalent of the Marineland 200. I think it's the 200 series they have. So it's, but I can buy, I'm gonna continue to say this, I can buy the Marineland filter, the 200 for like $14. And this is over 60. So, I'm a cheap wad. I could run 5 of them for the price of it. But it's fancy, it's cool, and we cannot deny technology all the time. Sometimes I like to, and you just need to be Seachem, made by Sisse. I don't know how to pronounce that company. I probably, if you know how to pronounce it, I feel like an idiot now, but whatever, I don't care. You'll quickly realize I don't care if I'm wrong. So I'm just kind of learning as I go throughout my fish experience, like a lot of other people do. How much do you like Mountain Dew? Laugh out loud. It is my lifeline. If I could have a IV going into my arm right now, I would. So when you do a detailed review, please compare it with an AquaClear and a Marineland. Thank you, says Jesse Gafflin. I'm from the Thumb Top Secret. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Get a hold of the Red Wolf Fish, Chris. I'll add some videos on Oscar Fish Keepers or send a feeder vid on Facebook, says Jabba Baba. Yeah, just send them to me, man. Sometimes I don't see a lot of that stuff on, I admin too many groups, I'll be completely honest, and I don't see a lot of the stuff. Even if you tag me, my phone just is like exploding at all times with things. People know that if you want to get a hold of me, you have to private message me. Aussie DIY Fish Keeper, hey man, would love some advice on my videos. Yeah, I'll check out your videos, Aussie DIY Fish Keepers. Hello everyone, says the Aqua Noob. I love the honesty on that screen name. But I'm actually exiting this live stream. So hopefully you guys liked it. Let me know in the comment section. I need you guys' help. If you know how the heater holder essentially goes on there, hit up the comments and let me know, because I'm an idiot and I don't want to look at the instructions. leveling dial, heater, holder, telescoping intake tube. All right, guys, I'm outie. If you guys want to get a hold of me, you should message me on Facebook. All right, guys. By the way, if you are interested in the C-Chem Tidal filter, I'll throw a link in the description box. And there will be more videos coming with this. Look for future videos to be published this week, probably tomorrow. There will be a fish store tour that's local to me. I'm not a huge fan of fish store tours, but I think it's cool. A lot of people like them. Sometimes I don't like watching them because I know that it's nothing like being in the store. But there'll be a video being released on the Giardini Arowana this week. Yet there will also be a video on the Beischer. So Jamie McDonald says, this is my favorite filter. Jamie, you need to hit up the comment section. Let me know how to get that aquarium holster essentially in the filter. I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out, but this was just an unboxing. It's off the cuff, and I'm just figuring out as I go. This is extremely fancy. I thought it was going to be less fancy, and I could do it like on the run because I've dealt with so many of these hang on the back filters, but I was wrong. So, all right, guys, I'm heading out.